everyone, this is Cindy Duncan, and I'm here with part 3 of my estate sale haul, my most recent one, which I can't believe the things they were selling and what I got. I can't believe there's a part 3 to this, and you can hear my cat. She was missing for part 2, but she's back for part 3. Hopefully she doesn't join us on the table. Anyway, here's an interesting thing that I found. This was in the room with all of the crafts, and this is a lace shirt. So I grabbed that and stuck that in my, there's a cat, stuck that in my box. If you watched the other ones, and if you did, I'm so grateful that you came back for this third one. But if you watched the other ones, I said how I was fascinated by this woman. I thought that she was very much a kindred spirit because she seemed to like the same kinds of things that I did. Hello, kitty. Let's see, here's some more. Hi, cat. Hello. All right, get down. Please get down. All right, here's some lace that I got. I'm still laughing at the cat. Anyway, isn't that pretty? I got that. There's one lace bundle there. Here's another lace bundle that I got from the same sale. All this is from the same sale. If you've watched the parts 1, 2, and 3 of this particular video series, all this stuff is from the same sale. This is a lace trim that was all packaged up real nice for me. And I think I told you about my eyes that don't want to focus, and I have a feeling my cat's going to knock over my flower arrangement. So I better move that out of the way. Let's see if I can show you this a little bit better. It's kind of, I really like this. It's kind of a, there we go, that's nice. Focus. Can't tell with my eyes if it's focusing or not focusing, you guys. I apologize. I don't know if it's focusing or not. Anyway, this was in all that stuff, so that was kind of cool. Let's see what else we got in this handy dandy box. Here's some white lace pieces. I won't undo them. Hi, kitty. Hello. Go away. More lace pieces here. Now, my cat, who's normally very aloof, I might add. This is a cat who doesn't normally like people, doesn't want to be around, doesn't want to be petted. She, like I said before in the first video, she's like a toddler, like a small child. When she knows that you're doing something else, then she comes out and then she needs attention. I think I showed some of this before, but there's more of it, more of that there. But that's my cat. She's an odd bird. I've always said she's just very odd. More of this blue lace. More blue lace. This was nice because I don't often see the colors, especially in the muted colors that I like. I tend to do, or I have been doing my artwork in creams and whites and stuff. But if I if I do the colors at any point, it would probably be muted, like that blue lace and like this lavender lace, which is just really very pretty. So there's that. Here's some more. I got more lace coming up. And this is a big piece of lace. Look at how much is in there. All that. And look at the design in that. Cool. There's that piece. Here's this piece of lace. Let's see if I can show you the actual pattern. You can hear I don't know if you can hear it or not, but my cat's sitting here purring. Okay, there's that lace. She's happy to be part of this. As long as she's not rubbing up against me. All right, these things that I'm going to show you now, I see that it's not in the frame yet. This was nice to get because these will make nice doily books, right? These are all linen, like coasters or whatever, and I think these are all the same. All of those are the same. And then these I think are all the same. They're just slightly different than those, and a little bit bigger. But yeah, I thought that would be kind of a fun base for a doily book. So I was happy to get that. Let's see. It's hard to open bags with one hand, but I'll show you. I think I showed you some scraps before, but here, and this might have been in another thing. I think that this was the center of a white thing that I showed you already. But that was in there. And like I said, these things were all over the place, and I was racing the woman on the floor. So I was just grabbing things and just tossing them as fast as I could in the basket. I didn't even know what I was getting. If it looked lacy or like linen or embroidery or whatever, I grabbed it. So there's a whole bunch of these little pieces here. And then the lady had started to sew them together like that. So I have a few of them that are actually sewn together. You can see this big long piece over here. So that was in a little bag. Then this is another bag full of stuff. And this I have not laundered or tried to iron at all. So it's going to be fun to show you, but you probably get the idea. This is a whole bag. Let's get close here. Real close so I can stretch it out. Those are my big fingers. Okay. This is like a trim almost. But look at this pretty flower in the middle of this trim. It needs to be pressed. But I got all of that. That's one big piece right there. And then this is all very similar, different, well, it's just a different color, I think. Another big piece of that. Another piece there. And then this is it put together. Yeah, this is it put together. Squares. I think I had some of these squares somewhere else before. Oh, and here's another bonus. We'll see. I don't know. Actually, I think it's crochet. At first I thought it was tatting, but now that I see it closer in the video, I think that that's crochet, but very fine crochet. So that was also in there as well. So that was in a big bag. I will put that off to the side and see what else we can find in this basket of wonders here. Get that out of the shot. There's a bunch of fabric. This is, it feels like a felt-like material to me, but I don't think that it is. I was grabbing things that I thought might have been wool. This is not, I don't think this is wool. But anyway, so I grabbed that fabric because it was in a color I like. This next stuff is stuff that she took off of a garment, and this, I think, is wool. And so I got several pieces of that. Because I think that that's wool material, and which I can use for felting. And there's some more of that kind of stuff in the box. Then there's a whole bunch of this knitting yarn. Anyway, J&P coats. Got a couple yellows. Sorry when my camera goes off. I don't know if it goes over to see the kitty or not. I'll give you something fun to look at. This one I got because I wanted to do some shamrocks. It's a thicker thread. But then I discovered, I think that there were some mice around. So it's been kind of chewed. So I'm not sure. Look at all the hanging pieces. I'm not sure what I'm going to get out of that. But anyway. And then there's a pink one. So I got those. Move those off to the side so that we can get more. There's still a lot in the box. Here's another bag of stuff. Okay, so the bags of stuff are challenging because we have to open them with one hand. Let's see what all's in this lovely bag of stuff. I don't think it came as a bag, by the way. I think I did that when I came home. I organized a little bit. This is tatting. So I'm pretty sure that this is tatting. Could be just a very small crochet. But anyway, I like it. It feels, it's a trim. I like that. This is a, let me get this out of here. This is a trim. It almost looks like a banner type thing. Pennants. Bunting, I guess, is another word for it. And it's, I can't get it out because it's looped together. It's connected. But there's all of that on there. This trim, isn't this cute? I think this is not a trim. I think it may have been a collar or something at some time. But that's fun. This is gorgeous. Let me get that stuff out of the way. This is so very delicate and obviously very vintage. And I think that this was a collar. Pretty sure that this was a collar. So there's that. And then this is a, oh, there's a whole bunch of these. I'll show you these. I think these were curtain ties. But they're awesome. Like I can use them for journals, you know, to tie journals or just as trim on the side of thing. But they all have these two ends on them like that. And there's more of those. This is just some trim that was floating around. Like I said, anything that looked like lace, crochet, tatting, linens I grabbed. Anything at all. I was just so happy. This was such a fun place. I don't know what this is. I think this is one of those toilet paper cover things. But again, and it's coming apart. But look, it has this nice crochet work on it and this nice trim, so I can take that off at some point in time. This is another beautiful, it's like applique, but it's a collar. So, of course, I grabbed that. This is another beautiful trim piece. Look at that. It's very delicate feeling. This is a collar. This is sweet. Look at the little buttons on that. Isn't that fun? Anyway, that's a nice little collar. And then on this side you can see the little buttonholes where they attach. So that is fun. And again, guys, keep in mind, this was all from the same place. I mean, like I said, I felt like I had died and was in heaven, and, you know, it was great. Of course, I'm not, if I was in heaven, I don't know about the lady that was there taking stuff away from me. I have no problems with that. By the way, I'm just joking. There was plenty to go around, and she was not at all. She did her thing, I did my thing. We were nice to each other, you know, that sort of thing. So, anyway. See, look at all of these that I have with those little things on there. A whole bunch of them. And then this is more of that, what I think I mistook for tatting, but because it feels like that kind of thread. And it could be tatting. Or it just could be, you know, with my stupid eyesight, I can't tell if that's focusing or not. I would hope that it is. Can't tell. Anyway, that could be just crochet. I don't know if it's crochet or if it's tatting. This is obviously off of a garment. Again, yet another reason why, or like a pillowcase or something. Why I thought that this woman was definitely a kindred spirit, because she went and took all this stuff off. You know? She didn't just pass it on. She took... Oh, actually, I think that was a collar, because look at this. I think this is like a cuff or a sleeve. Here's more of that stuff that I don't know if it's tatting or crochet. It reminds me of tatting, the way with the loops and the way it goes around, which is why I thought it was tatting, and it might be. I just don't see the picots. Well, I don't know. Maybe that's a picot there. There. Can't tell. Anyway. Oh, let's get... Oh, this is big. Okay, this piece here, don't know what it was from, but it's pretty big and long. And then on the end, it comes down. Oh, look. I didn't see it when I was looking at it straight on, but those are grapes. So there's that. Then this is a lace trim. I got that much of that. More of those ties. Here's a nice trim here. It's a crocheted type trim. Very nice. This is ridiculously vintage. At least it feels that way. I snagged this out of the antique sewing machine. I'm telling you, I find stuff all over the place, and in my box it goes. This was all by itself, just this stuff. And I think that really vintage lace collar I showed you earlier was also in the antique sewing machine that I didn't want. So there's another piece of this really vintage eyelet. At the very least, it just has a really amazing patina on it. So another one of those things. Here's another thing that she took off of, another edging that she took off of something. Very pretty. This one has some age staining on it. But again, we could coffee dye that or whatever, and it would be fine. But this is very interesting. Look, it has two finished ends on it. And then it has, it's like a two-piece attached in the middle piece of lace. That's pretty. Here's some very interesting and probably very vintage eyelet. Very different, right? Very, very different. Look at that. And this is also a two-piece eyelet. Very, I like that. I was real happy to get that. Fascinating. Almost like this is writing. I wish my eyes were better so I could tell if this was focusing or not. I can't tell. Anyway, don't know if that's writing or not. And then, you guys, this, I also think these are curtain tiebacks because of this, but look at this with the little pleats on it. This will be awesome at the bottom of a fabric book, and there's 3 of those. So that was awesome. And then here's another little lace trim. There. This, again, I think this is tatting. Focus, 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 focus. Oh, jeez. Sorry, guys. I'm filming this on my phone, and again, I've told you about my inability to see. So I can't really tell if that's focusing well or not, and I wish I could get up close. Can't tell. And I don't want to spend the whole video trying to get the stupid thing to focus for you. I can't tell. Sorry. Okay, I'll move on. So I got a couple pieces of that. There's another little piece of that. Then this feels very vintage. This trim, and this is connected. It's sewed on 2 ends, but very faintly pink. Very faintly. Almost reminds me of the avocado dyeing that we do. So there's that. Then here's another one of those pieces that she obviously removed from something, a little damaged there, but that's okay. And then this, I don't remember where I got it. I'm telling you, I just grabbed stuff. But this was vintage. I love the patina on it. And it's closure, you know, hook and eye closure. And I thought I was sure I could use that on some project somewhere. And then this is twill tape. I think that's what it's called. But look at the patina on that. Look at how that has aged. So I got this little roll of that. Okay, that was in that bag of stuff. And so I'm going to put that over there and get that out of the way so I can show you more stuff. My cat's indignant because I moved her out of the way. Okay, so there's all of that. What time have I got? Oh, I'm almost at 20. This is going to be a 4-parter, I can tell. So what else can I show you before I move on? Oh, I got a little bag of snippets. Just little pieces, parts that I threw in there. I'm not going to take them all out, but there's like a little pineapple motif in green in there. Kind of cool, right? So I thought that was fun. She also did rag rugs, and so I got a whole bunch of these rolls of, like I said, I was looking for things that I thought might have been wool. This is not wool. I'm pretty sure that's cotton. but that's what I was going for. This one, maybe wool, feels that way. So I got that. There's more of those in here too. This is a piece of fabric I got. This might be a kind of a wool fabric. Got that. This is more of that. Some more pieces. This is a kind of similar to that. I'm sorry, I was filming. I don't know where I was filming. It's very hard for me to film without my stand that I normally prop it on. Anyway, this is very similar to that one. And a little piece of fabric there. Hopefully I'm not aiming at some crazy thing this time. Alright, this is another piece of fabric. Might be wool, might not be wool. Alright, I'm over the 20-minute mark. So I'm going to go on and I am going to do a part 4 because there is still half a box left, you guys. Half a box. You just won't even believe what's in this stuff. I mean, what's left. It's unbelievable. So I hope you'll join me. And I hope you'll go on and you'll watch part 4. Thanks for watching so far. If you watched all 3, you are the bomb. And I'm so thrilled that you joined me. So, again, this is Cindy Duncan. Look for part 4 and join me on that journey. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.